So recently today I saw a Twitter post on somebody saying what were your favorite stands from all the parts, and I thought, hey, that'd make a great video topic. So I stole that idea and so I'm making a video out of it. So let's begin. Yeet. So coming from Stardust Crusaders, I have to say the world. Dio Brando's stand. Ooh boy, I love this boy a lot. Now who doesn't like the world? The ability just to stop time, the small little design detail that Araki put in to maybe get the reader to think maybe Dio's scared of the ocean now because he spent 100 years down there. And the world has one of my favorite moments in the entire anime of him just clocking Kakyoin right through the chest. Like, I know it's a really sad moment and a lot of people like Kakyoin, but dude, the world just coming out of Dio and just punching him right through, the center of his chest. That was a badass moment. I'm like, dude, the world looking like a Chad right now. Like, oh, dude, I just love him. And also, not to mention the fact, the manga variant of him just being all yellow is the best variant. Don't even at me. If you like the anime version, I'm just gonna say, man, it's like, you keep your opinions to yourself. I don't want to hear that one. That one's trash. The world for part 3. So let's move on. To be totally honest with you, a lot of the stands in part 4 kind of sucked, but I think the crowning jewel of them all has to be the hand, or Zahando in other translations. The entire concept of the hand being this OP stand that can wipe away anything given to an idiot is like, it's fun. Araki just wanted to write a fun little stand and his character to be just sucking it up and being really terrible at, what his stand does, just to give that comedic effect, but like at the same time, like, oh shit, we're in a pickle and we need, a busted stand to help, and there's Okuyasu coming out of nowhere with the hand. Like, it's really fun. I just find the hand super fun and enjoyable to watch and read. And Okuyasu is pretty dope too. And I guess a really cool moment with him would probably be the beginning fight with him and Josuke and how the hand kind of works. I think that's a really great, highlight moment for him. So the hand for part 4. So this is going to be a little bit of a unique one. For part 5 stands, this is actually a 3-way tie between Gold Experience, Black Sabbath, and Chariot Requiem. Alright, let's go in order here. First, Gold Experience. Why do I like Gold Experience so much that he's in a 3-way tie? I love Prince as much as Araki does, and it's just really good how he does his stand. There's no, way I can really say it. Like, sure, he has the life shot ability that just kind of gets shoved to the side and never is talked about ever again, but I don't know, there's just something about it. I think it's his design. I think Gold Experience has the best main character design, maybe aside from Gappy, because Soft and Wet's pretty cool too, but I don't know, Gold Experience just has the life ability, and it's a really, really cool ability that we don't see very often in all the parts, because sometimes stands can kind of recycle a couple times actually, and some of the protagonist stands do recycle into villains and stuff, but Gold Experience is unique because in the sense that no other villain or other character has him. The design's cool, and I like Giorno too, but Gold Experience is cool. I can't decide not to put him in this part 5 part of my favorite stands list. So for the second place tie for part 5, Black Sabbath. Oh my god, I love this stand so damn much. I love Black Sabbath as a band, and I love the whole Popo trial thing with Black Sabbath and how the arrow is connected within it. Oh, and I love this. Oh my god, don't get me started on the design. Oh, let me tell you something, man. Ooh, I really, you can just tell by my voice. I love this stand a lot. It's just cool. I like the whole idea of it automatically tracking and choosing a stand user through the whole lighter test, and the fight with Gold Experience. That fight right there really showed those two stands being alpha as hell. I loved it. Black Sabbath, he's tasty. He is super I can't describe it. He's too freaking good. I guess, no, I can't really say that either because he's still pretty fucking good. I love him. I just love Black Sabbath in his entirety. He's just a dope stand with a dope user because he's a big boy. It's a great stand. Popo in his stand is great. There's nothing bad about Black Sabbath. Great band, great user, great idea within the arc, great stand. Let's move on. Chariot Requiem, the oddball of this 3-way tie. I love Chariot Requiem. Oh my god, I love this arc. I love his design. I love the whole idea of a Requiem being introduced with the stand arrow. I love the Inquisitor, look to him. It's a little bit unique. He goes from a knight to an Inquisitor. I think that's It might be symbolic in some way. I don't actually know. I haven't looked into that. Probably should though. Probably will. I am. I'm gonna do it after this video actually. But I love it. I just love the whole switching bodies thing. I love when all the characters are like, how does this work? Diavolo's mystery gets way more complicated, and then the whole Black Sabbath is everyone's stand but not. And he's really weird, and I love him. I did a video last week explaining why his stand makes no sense. But I love him still. He's the oddball. I love him. He's just a weird guy in the stand, list. But I love him in all of his quirky Requiem glory. So that's my three-way tie between Gold Experience, Chariot Requiem, and Black Sabbath for part 5. Let's move on. So this is the part for the manga readers only of this video, because we're entering Stone Ocean, and this might contain some spoilers for some people, but be hesitant. I don't think I'm going to try to go too heavy in spoilers here. So just keep an eye out, or an ear out, depends. Weather Report. He is the best Weather Report. You get it because Weather Report and Weather Report have the same name and the same stand for like most of the part until the end, where he's part of the Poochie family apparently, and you're just like, oh, okay, that makes total sense for some whatever reason. That's my little nitpick about him, but I love him. I love his design. I love his stand user and how he's just mellow as hell. I love the whole idea of controlling the weather and making any type of weather, no matter how stupid or weird it is, because technically, raining frogs isn't a weather pattern, but it's just an anomaly that happens every once in a while when a storm picks up a whole bunch of toads and throws them across. That actually happens a lot more than you actually think. And the whole snail thing with heavy weather, which also is technically Weather Report too, because there are 2 stands, but one is limited, one's stronger. It's really weird because I just love Weather Report and like his complexity, even though he's not supposed to be complex. But Araki makes him complex. He's really cool. I really like him, and I really do hope they go with the manga coloring of just making him white. Don't make him any other color, just make him white. Because he's perfect. He's perfect as he is. Don't change him. Leave him as white, and he's good. Don't touch him. Don't touch his Weather Boy look. I love him. Other than that, I think Weather Report's just cool. He's just a cool character with a cool ability. Complex in certain aspects, but he's just fine. Fine as it is. Oh, part 6 is gonna be great. Just holding off. Just holding off till part 5 ends, boys. For part 6, Weather Report. Let's move on. So, my favorite part 7. Who is my favorite? It's D4C. I don't know who else. Like, this part has some really cool stands, but D4C. Best villain, best stand. I love Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. The whole idea of the multiverse being in JoJo and how Valentine can cross and go through each one is pretty cool. I forgot to mention spoilers, so spoilers. Oops, spoilers. My bad. But, anyways, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap is great. I love him. He's amazing. I love his design. But I'm gonna nitpick it just a little bit. So, during some official promo material, like the videos, have you ever seen the manga ones where they just show the manga and it's like, oh, they're just pictures moving, basically. One of them has actually D4C in red, white, and blue. And I prefer those colors other than his light blue and pink. Because, Funny Valentine's the president of America, and D4C is not very patriotic in looks and color. So I was just a little nitpick on that point. Just change up his look just a bit, and he's top tier. Well, he's already top tier in my heart. But, just give him that little bit of an edge. But he's cool. He's a cool stand with a lot of awesome abilities. Just, hop through multiverses. He's just cool. And he's probably one of the better stands of the entire part, personally, because all the other ones, they're okay. They're not really bad. They just have, weekly villain mask. Except probably Catch Rainbow. But, yeah, pretty good. Part 7, D4C. Let's move on. It's soft and wet. All the other stands in this part are boring. Part 8 is super boring. It's really boring. Most of the stands are chase stands, and it's really boring. Soft and Wet is really broken, has a great design, but all the stands in this part are really boring, except for Soft and Wet. So it's kind of obvious that I chose it, and I also like its design. It's second place in my favorite stand designs, but the rest are just really, really, really boring. Not much to say here because part 8's really boring. Not the worst part, but it's just boring. So yeah, Soft and Wet for part 8. Not much to say here. But we've reached the end of the video. Those are all my favorite stands from all parts that have stands in them. So have you reached the end of the video? Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen.